All right, here's our boy, Jayson Tatum. Is he your boy if you're a Celtics fan? He's probably your boy. I'm a Spurs fan. I'll still call him my boy because he's just a badass hooper. Jayson Tatum's super cold and he'd fit in on any NBA team. So with that being said, I was watching Gil's Arena again the other day. It's almost like watching First Take back in the day when Skip Bayless was on there. It's a totally different style of show, obviously, with different Gil's Arena has like five people on the panel at most times. Where of course First Take was just Skip and Shannon, but where I'm getting to is basically they'll just say like the most outrageous things they can say and just kind of hate on this player and that player. I don't know if they're being serious about all of their opinions or if they're just trying to say, say the most outrageous stuff to get views on their channel. And I kind of think they're just trying to say outrageous stuff for the most part because if you notice, Gil's Arena is kind of the number one NBA player podcast. It seems like there may be someone higher than them, but there seems to have grown the fastest and seems to be just getting more and more traction every day. Again, from things just like this, they say ridiculous stuff, and then I'm on here, and other people are on YouTube breaking down the ridiculous things they say, and then just like Skip Bayless back in the day, they get their name out there even more. But with that being said, we get started with Jayson Tatum. They were saying just crazy stuff about Jayson Tatum. I think Rashard McCants. I think he's the only one on the panel. It seems like that actually defends Tatum. I don't think that Gilbert Arenas so much talks crazy about him, but doesn't really come to his defense at all. But we'll get into it because they were talking about Jayson Tatum. It wasn't a Jayson Tatum Bronny James comparison, but they're talking trash about Jayson Tatum. Then, very next topic they shift into Bronny James and they're just praising Bronny James and saying how great he is and how promising a talent he is and things like that. But we'll get started with Tatum real quick too. I'm at 17 subscribers, trying to get to 20, and YouTube said they'll send me a jacuzzi to my house if I can make it there. But anyway, here's JT. Basically, if you know who Brandon Jennings is, Brandon Jennings, he used to play for the Bucks, and now he's part of Gilbert's Arena on the panel. But back when he played for the Bucks, I remember he dropped 55 points one night. I don't know how old I was back then. I was younger, and I was like, man, this dude Brandon Jennings is badass. This guy's gonna be a superstar in the league. And then once I got older, I realized, man, I don't want to say any player, but all sorts of players put up 50 points in the NBA, and then they don't necessarily turn into a superstar just because they can score 50 points. If I brought up the list of players that have scored 50 points since 2000, there's probably all sorts of players on there, that aren't superstar caliber. But anyway, Brandon Jennings, yeah, he was a professional with the Bucks. Now he's part of Gilbert's Arena on the panel, but he's basically saying the same old argument about Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum is soft, this and that. Jayson Tatum is not a number one. Jayson Tatum is not a leader. If you haven't seen the episode, go check it out on Gil's Arena. But Brandon Jennings is just talking so much crap about Jayson Tatum. It's like arguing with a kid. Like they say one thing to Brandon Jennings, and I know you are. What am I? They say I know you are. What am I? Like that type of arguing from him, basically. But he's just saying, Jaylen Brown. That's basically what he's saying. Anytime they say anything to Brandon Jennings, who was Finals MVP, who was Finals MVP, who was Finals MVP, and I don't know why he just hates on Jayson Tatum so much because Jayson Tatum is averaging like 27 points a game. He's put up 25 points per game plus the past 4 seasons, and Jayson Tatum's just a raw player. Jayson Tatum, there's no team he wouldn't fit on. Comment below what you think about Jayson Tatum, if he's soft or if he's a baller, because I think he's a baller. But anyway, I don't know what Brandon Jennings' problem is. He acts like Jayson Tatum smashed his chick or something like that. That's his attitude, I swear. But yeah, just calling Jayson Tatum soft. Who's Finals MVP? Keeps arguing that. Who guarded Luka in the finals? Because Jaylen Brown did a great job. He was picking up Luka 94 feet, pretty much playing full court pressure on him the whole finals. And this is not a segment to take away from Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was excellent in the finals, but Kristaps Porzingis, he only played games. I think it was games 4 and 5, 3, 4, and 5 maybe. I believe it was 3, 4, and 5. But he was playing basically 20 minutes in those games. He was not playing his usual 35, 40 minutes like he would in the finals. And guess who was guarding the 7-footers on Dallas? It was Jayson Tatum. So he's basically playing center for them and guarding big guys for the whole series. Even the games when Kristaps did play, he played like 20 minutes in those games. So Jayson Tatum was still the preliminary defender on those big men for Dallas. So, Brandon Jennings is acting like he can't play defense, he can't do anything just because Jaylen Brown won the finals MVP. Um, Let me see real quick. Jayson Tatum final stats. I know their stats were super comparable. It wasn't like you see their stats next to each other and you're just thinking, man, Jaylen Brown just destroyed this dude. Okay, that was just for the regular season. Okay, here's the his actual final stats. This is like his overall. Let's see for the actual 2024. Okay, here we go. 2024 final stats. All right, so here's the averages down here. So over those 5 games against Dallas, okay, here's the average. So 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. So 22, 7, and 7. And then Jaylen Brown. So 22, 7, and 7 for Jayson Tatum. Jaylen Brown is just weird. Again, comment below what you think about this. This is not a segment to bash on Jaylen Brown because, I love Jaylen Brown as well. But yeah, if you look, his numbers were not better than Jayson Tatum's. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Jayson Tatum had 22, 7, and 7. He was guarding the 7-footers down low, so it's not like he didn't have a big defensive assignment. Even though it's not like guarding Luka. Jaylen Brown was great guarding Luka. He did an excellent job, but it was just so weird if you've seen that. Here's Bronny. Too about to get to Bronny in a second because they were talking to him right after they got done talking about Tatum. But if you've seen that episode I'm talking about, please comment below because Brandon Jennings is just hating on Jayson Tatum. He's soft, this and that, and just hating on his numbers and hating on his impact. And Brandon Jennings was never even 1/3 of the player Jayson Tatum is. Brandon Jennings hasn't accomplished anything close to what Jayson Tatum has in his career, and Brandon Jennings was never anything close to the player Jayson Tatum is. It's crazy when you hear just role players, and I can call everyone on Gilbert's arena role players except for Gilbert. You could say Gilbert was a star at one point in his career. I wouldn't put a super in front of the star, but you could say he was a star. He was pretty strong, but for Brandon Jennings, he was the main one, but just talking so much crap on Jayson Tatum. He's soft. Who won Finals MVP? Who won Finals MVP? It's like he won't even listen to what the people are saying. It's like he just has I don't know what it is. He has a narrative stuck in his head that he's soft, he's soft. And it's crazy for Brandon Jennings to call someone soft. Because if you remember, Brandon Jennings was nothing but injured for his NBA career, just always hurt. So I don't know how he can call someone soft. But anyway, comment below what you think about all the Jayson Tatum hate. But real quick, it's like the very next segment. They just got done hating on Jayson Tatum. And they come in and they're talking about Bronny's G League performance. And they're saying, oh, Bronny had 30 points in the G League. They're not saying he's NBA ready, but they're just praising Bronny. It's like LeBron has a job in his back pocket at Clutch Sports for these guys or something because they have nothing bad to say about Bronny. Just putting all this love on the dude. I wish Bronny success. I hope he does good, but it's just annoying because they made a mention about nepotism and they're basically saying, oh, it's not a nepotism thing. Like Bronny's a promising young player and he deserves his opportunity and this and that. But then right before they're talking crap about Jayson Tatum, who won the finals. He's a 25 points per game scorer. I think 27 this season, and they just talk all this crap about a superstar, call him soft and this and that for some reason, but they would never dare to use the word soft about Bronny James Jr. They're saying great things about him. Oh, he's so promising. He did great, did all this stuff in the G League. They're saying playing in G League is essentially harder than playing in college. Comment below what you think about that, because that's a good debate. I think college is harder because G League you are playing against professional talent. They're trying to make it into the NBA. But with that being said, there's dudes that come out as rookies that are better than the entire G League. Like Stephon Castle, he was the number 4 pick on the Spurs. If you sent Stephon Castle to the G League, he would just be freaking cooking those guys. He would not be there for 1 week. They'd be like, man, you don't belong here. You're too good. Not fair to compare Bronny to LeBron, but of course, if young LeBron was in the G League, they'd be like, what the hell are you even doing here? But they just look at Bronny like with Jayson Tatum. They nitpick every single bad thing about him, and there's so few things to nitpick. It's just who was Finals MVP, who was Finals MVP. He's soft, he's soft. But then with Bronny, they nitpick, but they nitpick like all of his strengths. Like I don't even know. Like he had a dunk. It was a little side crank dunk. It was pretty nice, but you can't show me any G League highlights that's going to I don't want to say that's gonna impress me. If you show me someone in the G League that jumps over some dude and does some nasty dunk, I'll be like, man, that was a cool dunk. But if you show me some dude hit like 10 threes back to back in the G League, I'll be like, I don't care. You know, he's doing that in the G League. Like I said, I feel like college is tougher, especially for Bronny's situation, because you don't have your father, you know, LeBron there to pull strings and make sure you're playing in games and has all this pull in the NBA. You know, LeBron has no pull. He has no pull in college. So if he went to like a top 10 program, like let's say he goes to, I don't know, say he had went to like UConn, like Stephon Castle did. Say he's at Duke. If he's at Duke with Cooper Flag, imagine if they're on the same team. Like this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy would not probably be playing any minutes next to Cooper Flag on that Duke team. So you look at a person like Cooper Flag, he's gonna come out, you know, and as a rookie, he's gonna be better than 100% of the G League as a rookie. So that's why I'd argue that college is harder than G League because college is cutthroat. You know, your father's not there to defend you on this and that or to tell, you know, to tell G League managers or whatever you have to play my son or whatever it is. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but what I'm saying is basically if he went to college, you know, no one's giving him charity minutes or anything like that. He's gonna have to earn everything he can. But please comment below what you think. I just think it's so weird that they take all this time to bash on Jayson Tatum. He's just a badass baller, you know. He's a hooper's hooper too. I don't get it, dude. Like Tatum, they'll probably like heap praise on SGA, and I like SGA. He's cold too, but he's a foul baiter. I think we can all say that he foul baits a lot. He gets to the line a lot. Where Jayson Tatum does not foul bait. All he does is just cold ass step backs. He has a super clean jump shot. His dribble is super tight. His game is, I mean, I think it's fun to watch. People would argue his game is, I guess, boring. He's like a small forward's Tim Duncan, I guess, if you want to argue that. But I think his game's super clean, just nice footwork. He gets to his spots. You know, everything looks easy for him. And I don't know why that makes Brandon Jennings mad. It's mainly Jennings. He just hates on Jayson Tatum for no reason. But then, you know, right after that, you know, you just start showing all this love to Bronny James and can't say one bad word about him. So again, like I said, I feel like it's almost like Skip Bayless 2.0, but it must be working because I always come back to watch Gil's Arena when they're talking about ridiculous stuff. Sometimes I'll tune in for like 10 or 15 seconds, and it's just too ridiculous the topic they're on at times. But I'm not gonna lie, I do watch Gil's Arena. I'll probably keep watching because they have some good takes when they want to. Honestly, Rashard McCants is the most reasonable one on the panel. I've kind of learned that over time here, but please comment below what you think about, you know, them talking crap about Jayson Tatum, saying he's all soft, and then flipping over for the very next topic to praise how great Bronny James is, and not say one bad word about him. I swear, if I said Bronny James is 6'7" on Gilbert Arena, they say nah he's 6'10". You know what I mean? I think he's like 6'3", but you know what I mean. If I said his real height, you know, Bronny's 6'3", they say nah, dude, he's 6'7", who won Finals MVP. You know, it's entertaining, but yeah, it's just crazy to bash on a superstar than defend some dude that honestly doesn't deserve a spot in the NBA without his father. But please let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe if you finished the video, and we'll see y'all next time.